Hello, Taylor Ellwood, your mad scientist and magical experimenter at Magical Experiments. Okay, the reason I'm laughing is because this is like take 3 or 4 of this damn video, but hey, we're having fun, right? Okay, so today's story, and it is a story, is how I used the 7 stages of alchemy to change my life. And why am I sharing this with you? Well, one of the reasons I'm sharing it with you is because, hey, why not share with you a story of how I turned some failure and fuck ups on my part into alchemical gold? And another reason is because I believe that, well, frankly, I'm hoping that you're going to be interested in taking my upcoming masterclass called Joy. And what's joy, you ask? Well, you're not going to learn about it any more than that for the moment, unless you subscribe to my e-list. Okay, so let's get to the matter at hand. So there I am 11 years ago. I'm living in this tiny 1 bedroom apartment. I've been living there for about a month. I moved there because I had left Kent, Ohio, where I was getting my doctorate in literacy, rhetoric, and social practice until I had a meltdown and decided to leave because, quite frankly, I was in academia for the wrong reasons. I was doing it for security instead of happiness, and I was utterly fucking miserable. So there I am in this apartment. It's about a week or so before we're getting ready to move to Seattle. I've never been to Seattle before in my life. And my girlfriend at the time has this idealistic idea, these idealistic, naive ideas as to what Seattle will be like based on a visit that she'd made years and years ago to it. No clue as to the reality of what Seattle is. Neither do I, alright? And I'm reading at the time this book called The Emerald Tablet, Alchemy for Personal Transformation by Dennis William Houck, excuse me, alright? Highly recommended, great book to read. And so I decided, because hey, like my life isn't already chaotic and topsy-turvy enough as it is at the time, I decided, hey, why don't I take these 7 alchemical processes and turn them into a ritual for my life and do this over 7 weeks? Folks, let me tell you something. I never do anything half-assed. When I decide to do something, I pull out all the stops. And it doesn't matter if I'm moving at the time. I will find some way to make it happen and be crazy. So, all right, the week before, what do? I start working with calcination. Calcination is the first alchemical experience, right? And you know, for me, what came up with calcination was really just all my shame and my anger with myself because I felt like such a failure at the time. You know, I had a mountain load of student debt. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And I had dropped out of an academic program, and I was just feeling like a failure. I was just like, man, I really suck. And I didn't even have a job at the time, right? I'm just kind of camped out in my partner's living room slash bedroom, whatever, and I'm just kind of like there, just doing, you know, I'm writing and whatnot, but I didn't have anything to do otherwise. So it was perfect in a way because calcination is really that crucible, that fire that basically goes and you use it to start burning away the dross, the impurities from your life. And I was ready for it. I was ready to burn away the dross, the impurities of my life. So what I did is I just went and I went. I accept calcination, I invoked it into myself, and I calcinated myself. Not literally, but spiritually I did. And let me tell you, it sucked. I really came face to face with all my feelings at that time of disappointment, of fear, of shame, of being a failure. And, you know, it was hard. But man, it also set the stage to change my life in ways I didn't even realize. And we'll get into that more next. But for now, I'm going to leave the story at this. That first week, I've calcinated myself. I'm working through all these emotions. Everything's been burned away, and I am basically just this sodden mass of ash spiritually. Next week, we're going to talk about the next stage and what happened there. Feel free to leave a comment below, and thanks for watching. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe. You'll love it if you do.